Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. We're out on the range today. Absolute gorgeous day. You see the leaves falling. It's just beautiful out here. Got some sunshine and we're on the range today. We had done a video a little while back about 20 gauge. Is it enough for home defense? And I was using, I think it was number 6 shot steel, because that was all that was available to me at the time. And it was kind of back, when having going through some ammo crisis. There was no slugs to be found. There was no buckshot. That was all the store had, and it was the steel shot, and it was number 6. So I think beyond a shadow of a doubt, we proved that birdshot at close distance range with number 6 steel shot was effective. We did the meat target and the water jugs, but Kenneth Reisner was nice enough to send me those Federal Punch rounds in another video. He also sent me this, and these are 20 gauge number 9 shot, and it literally has a clay pigeon on there. So this is certainly not your first choice when it comes to home defense. I'm sure you're probably gonna go from buckshot, or you're gonna go for a slug, or if you are using birdshot, you're gonna use smaller shot like number 5, or even what I was using, number 6 with the steel target, whatever's available to you. But if the number 9 is all you've got available to you, and it's just the gun club target loads, will 20 gauge birdshot number 9 be enough to defend you and your family? So what we're going to do is we're going to put that to the test. I've got a meat target set up, and what we do is we have 2 layers of denim. We're going to have some ribs. We're going to have a water jug. We're going to have some more ribs, then 2 layers of denim, and we're going to see the results and to see if number 9 birdshot would be effective, would be able to keep you and your family safe. Now, we understand that birdshot, as it travels, loses velocity very fast, especially this small of a shot. But at home defense, close quarters, distances, room distances, hallway, whatever the case may be, this is what you're going to be using this for. It's not going to be a long range. So home defense scenario, will Remington number 9 shot in 20 gauge 2 3/4 7 1/8 ounce shot be enough? Let's put that to the test. 20 gauge test gun today will be the Remington 870. This is the youth model, and my son absolutely loves it for squirrel hunting, shooting, whatever the case may be. But the reason I think it'd be a good option for 20 gauge for home defense, especially for a younger person or a woman or somebody with a shoulder injury or a smaller frame, it comes with this stock that is very soft. It's got a very nice pad right here. It really does. And people may ask, why would you test number 9 shot? Because people's going to be, leaning more toward buckshot or slugs or whatever the case may be, or a high brass like we talked about earlier, number 5 or something. But there's a couple things. One is recoil. I mean, if you're 6'4" and 250 pounds, recoil is probably not an issue for you. But like I said, if you're a small frame woman, if you're getting up in years, if you've had some shoulder issues, then recoil can be an issue. And the thing with a gun like this, you can get it probably a third or fourth of the price of what you can, maybe like your AR or something. And maybe you're worried about an AR with over penetration, so you choose something like this. And then if recoil is an issue for you, a youth model with a pad like this in a stock with smaller birdshot, maybe what somebody has, or like I said in the last video, during that, I don't want to say it because I won't get it flagged, but during those times, ammo availability became very scarce, and all I could find was just steel shot. So whatever the case may be, maybe in your area or whatever goes on around the world, maybe this is all you have. This is all that's available to you. So that's why we're testing it today. Maybe for folks that are recoil sensitive, or like I said, maybe this is all available to you. It certainly wouldn't be my first choice. If I was using 20 gauge for home defense, would be the number 9 shot. But like I said, you got to use what's available to you. You got to use what you're able to shoot. You got to use what you're comfortable with, because it's not, we're trying to impress anybody. What we're trying to do is find you something that you can defend your family with. At the end of the day, that's all that matters, is you and your family being safe. So let's put these rounds to the test, and let's see how this 20 gauge low brass number 9 shot does against the meat target. Here we go. Remington 870 youth model, 20 gauge, meat target. Here we come. I want to show you this. I'm a big guy, got long legs. but I'm not going to mark the feed off. But look here, we're at my dad's. This is his. He's got more than one barn. This is one of his barns here, and you can see water splatter from there. Okay, my wife's the camera woman. Where she's at, she's got water all over her skirt, all over her sweatshirt. So the initial blast here, now she can move up whatever she wants to do with the camera. The initial blast here, look at this. These are how small these little 9 pellets are. Number 9 shot is extremely small. I mean, and even though I'm a big guy, I mean, these are tiny. I know I've got big hands, but I mean, these are, I mean, just so small. Here's the wound going in. Now look at that. I mean, that's gigantic. Look at the shot here. And look at that. We know water stops bullets, and it's still the rib. I mean, there's bone shatter in there, bone shards. There is. I'm just gonna lay this over here. Here's the rib in the back. I can't tell anything has really happened. Denim on the back. I can't tell anything has really happened. So, the jug in the back, it had some trauma here, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think little to no penetration was achieved. I think what happened is it more or less busted the water jug, not hit, penetrated, or went through the water jug. I think what happens, the force of this water kind of done, the force of the round hitting, the water jug and the meat to kind of put force like up against this, and it busted it more than, because there is no shot in there that I can tell at all. So, here's the dilemma. Here's the question. There's another bee that just fell out. Is the initial devastation legit? I don't think anybody can question that. I mean, you've seen it with your own self. There was water splatter everywhere through the denim, through the ribs, through the first water jug. We know water stops bullets. We did not have a whole lot of penetration on the other side. You be the judge. I'm not here to talk you in or talk you out of anything. We're just here to demonstrate today. This would certainly not be my first choice, and that is why, because of the lack of penetration. However, even though it did not penetrate through the back set of ribs, if this hits somebody in the ribs, and there's that kind of hole that I showed you in the first ribs on one side, and then you got a bagazillion, and a bagazillion is a word too. If you don't believe it, all you gotta do is look up the Kentucky Hillbilly Dictionary. Bagazillion is the first letter in there. It's in alphabetical order, and B is the first letter of the alphabet. So see, I'll teach you something all the time. But anyway, would you really want these bagazillion birdshot going through the ribs and into you? Absolutely not. So you be the judge. Like I said, me personally would not be my first round if I had a 20 gauge for home defense. Even if I was using birdshot, I would certainly like to have a larger shot. Like I said, number 5 or something. But number 9 is the smallest shot you can possibly have. It's a target round, the least amount of power you can possibly have, and it still delivered a lot of initial energy. Again, maybe not the penetration that we like to see achieved, but I'm just, my personal opinion, my 2 cents, I'm just throwing this out there. Again, it's for you to decide, but I'm just telling you, even if it wasn't as devastating as maybe a double-aught buck or a 12 gauge round with a slug or something, this blast in the middle of the night hitting somebody in the torso is certainly going to turn the tides in your favor. So if you have this set up and this is all you've got, if I could move up a little bit and have a little bigger shot, I would. But if that's all you can handle, that's only rounds that you've got available, you've seen it for yourself, the devastation in the first rib, the water jug, the denim, and the initial oomph of the round hitting, I think would certainly keep you and your family safe. And what is the advantage of this is there was literally absolutely positively no over penetration. So if you're living somewhere where an AR, like I said, you're worried about over penetration or something, or a big bore revolver or a buckshot or something, this right here will give you your desire of not, or relieve your worries, I should say, of not over penetrating. But anyway, this is the 20 gauge number 9 versus the meat target. I wish you and your family the very best. May God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot signing off.